What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess, and today's recipe is going to be my breakfast that I made. It's the weekend, so I go a little bit more fancy on the weekend, and I made Keto Connects blueberry muffins, but because I only had raspberries in stock, I used raspberries. And then I made a Scotch egg, which is basically a hard-boiled egg that has sausage on the outside. So here's how you make them. Okay, to make the Scotch eggs, you're going to want 12 hard-boiled eggs that have already had the shells removed. And you'll want 2 pounds of the Jimmy Dean sausage and some Italian seasoning, garlic, and Parmesan cheese. So you're just going to want to season the sausage, but you can use any sausage, any type of breakfast sausage for this. You know, spicy or something like that would work too. But for this case, my kids are eating them, so we're going to use the Jimmy Dean sausage. And I just add Parmesan cheese, Italian spices, and some garlic powder. Mix it up and then get the total weight of your mixture and divide it by 12. And that makes each one of your little meatballs the same size. Just a little extra step, not required, but I like my Scotch eggs to cook evenly, and by doing little perfectly sized meatballs all ahead of time, it just makes it easier. So repeat that step for all 12 of the meatballs, and then you're gonna form a patty by flattening down the meatball so it's nice and thin and wrapping it around the hard-boiled egg. So you're just gonna like make it like a little surprise in there. But smooth it around so it's pretty even on all sides. You don't want any lumps or bigger sides because it just will cook even like faster and more efficiently this way. So you can use a different method if it's easier, but this is what we do. But repeat that for all 12 eggs so that all your hard-boiled eggs are covered in sausage. So there's what it'll look like prior to cooking. Don't those look divine? You can make these up ahead of time, and they're great grab-and-go breakfast items or lunch. So easy keto snacks, easy keto breakfast. And then my final step is just putting a little Parmesan cheese on the top of each one. I find that I will cook these in the oven, and halfway through the cooking time, I will flip the meatballs so that they're evenly cooked on all sides, but that's not required. But let's make the raspberry muffins. This is a Keto Connect blueberry muffin recipe that I just happen to have raspberries in stock. My kids prefer raspberries, so that's what we're going with. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to take all of the dry ingredients, put it all together in a bowl, combine them so they're nice and easy and blended. And also, any berry would work for this. You don't have to use blueberries or raspberries. You could do this with blackberries or, you know, something else. And you could even do this with chocolate. But anyways, take your eggs, scramble them up, and then add the rest of your liquid ingredients or wet ingredients. And I didn't use the stevia in this. Today I felt like using Jordan's skinny syrup. Sometimes I'll use Lakanto, so I'll just swap out the stevia portion and replace it with the skinny syrup. And then just melt your butter, pour it in over your dry ingredients, and then make sure you don't miss out any of that yummy butter. And then you're going to take the wet ingredients, all of them, and combine everything nicely. This batter actually smooths out really nicely, and it's easy to work with. I found that I could increase, I think the original recipe's for 6 muffins. Don't quote me on that, but I ended up making 8. The more muffins that you make, the more that, the lower the carb count's going to be. So, I mean, it's up to you. We needed 8 for our breakfast with all of everybody that was here today. So we made 8. And then, I used the silicone muffin cups, I think they're called, but I'll put a link down below instead of using the paper liners. I just really, really, really like these. A lot of the keto desserts use these, like especially like fat bombs and stuff like that. So they're great to keep in the house. But any type of muffin liner will work. And then throw your berry on top. Once these cooked, the berry sunk down in there, so it was like a little surprise that there was raspberries in there. So yeah, there's the finished product after they've baked in the oven. I will link the recipe down below. And then here's the finished product of the Scotch eggs. Isn't that delicious looking? It tastes better than it even looks. So the picture to me looks delicious. And these are great for grab and go, easy keto breakfasts. And it just puts a little twist on some eggs and a bacon and or sausage. So here's the finished product cut in half so you can see what it looks like. My kids absolutely love these. They eat them all the time for school. And the muffins are also kid approved. Delicious, and yeah. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did, and I'm going to post all the links in the comment section below. See you at the next video. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind.